This record is actually pretty sick because these are three girls from Ohio and they just work so well together. It's like the Migos meets Sexy Red. Meeting them, you can tell the chemistry with the three of them. It's already baked in. They've been friends for a long time. This particular record is very interesting because it's the one that made Call Up Tay's album. He just dropped it, Friends 5. Out now, go listen to it. It's pretty fire. I worked on this song, recorded and mixed and mastered the song along with some other joints on there. This particular song is one of my favorites. And the main thing is because by the time we recorded this song, we've discovered a way of recording the three of them just to capture the energy that we experienced. When I'm recording a song, the most obvious but amazing thing is that I'm not doing it by myself. I'm interacting with other people. And based on how that interaction goes, that's how I know how I'm going to approach. Because as I'm meeting an artist, a lot of things go through my mind. List a couple of them is the tone of voice, their energy. At the same time, they're experiencing me as an engineer just the way I'm experiencing them as an artist. So the three girls come in, they have a lot of energy. They're like, yo, let's do this. They're excited to be in New York. There were a lot of ideas coming at me. That's good. I love when there's a room full of people and the energy is, yo, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. But we still have to do something. We can't do everything. So one idea gotta take precedence over another. So this girl,
Hey, how the city know what's up with me? Even in your dreams, you dirty bitches couldn't fuck with me.
that's MK. She got her own personality.
If a hoe don't like me, her pussy weak, or I bought a nigga whole Tommy cheap. If you shaking ass and I'm
That is Kennedy. Got her own different personality. You could hear it in just the way their voice sounds and the energy they're bringing to the record. And we have this one.
He really love me, want me in his city. Thick ass bitch, I got him tricking. He can't get no kitty.
That's Gigi. Different personality, right? So the question now is, how do we make all of them sound great on a record? So I'm listening to it. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't need to invent the wheel. I just need to come in, capture the energy that's in the room, put it on record. One red flag that I noticed immediately after the first song is that we cannot put all of them on the same microphone. There's a lot of problems with that. If you're experienced, you immediately understand why you can't do that in certain scenarios, especially on the verses, because we want to affect these girls in their own individual way since they have their own individual personalities. Even though I have them running through the same vocal chain. Now, before I touch any plugin, you can see I deactivated a lot of stuff that we did not need to use. You can see I only use 5 plugins here, and it's very simple what they're doing. Now, before I touch any of that, I listen to what they sound like. So I heard what they sound like going through the entire chain, and then I'm like, all right, let me take this off. Let me take this off. Hear what that sounds like, and then I adjust on the outside. That's on the actual gear itself. So instead of over compressing here, I just adjusted it on the tube tech. Do I want to put more body in their vocal? Because the beat itself is already giving you the vibes, right? So if you listen from here to here.
It's okay, how the city know what's up with me. What's up in
Being a recording engineer, I have the opportunity to listen to it as it's building. I'm just hearing the vocals. They haven't done the backgrounds yet. They haven't done any ad-libs or anything yet. I'm just hearing this and the beats. Let's listen to that together so you can hear what I was hearing before I even touched the plugin.
Even in your dreams, you dirty bitches couldn't fuck with me. Then I make him spend his funds for me. Say he don't eat pussy, make him turn into a mush for me.
if a hoe don't like me, her pussy weak, or I bought a nigga whole Tommy cheap. If you shaking ass and I'm spinning green, if you eating ass, then leave with me.
Sounds good. These girls, they rap very clean, they rap very clear. You could tell they're really good at rapping. So it's like, all right, I don't need to do anything fancy. We just need to hear them, make sure they're heard. And that's the same thread running through all their prior music up to that point when we're interacting in the studio. That just told me I didn't need to do a lot. I don't need to squash their vocals. I just need them to sound good. That's why I always say that, yes, you can copy my vocal chain and it would work. The only difference is that there's different scenarios, different songs, got different vibes, so you need to know when to use things and when not to use things. How you do that is very simple. That's just by knowing your fundamentals. I'm auditioning plugins. I'm turning it on, listen to it. If it sounds good, I'll adjust it, see if I can make it sound even better. If it doesn't sound good, I just turn it off. I don't need to overthink things. I trust that they're great rappers, that they're going to deliver amazing sounding music, and they trust that I'll make it sound great. That's really all we need. What lets me know I can move fast with a vocal is how fast the artist is moving. If the artist comes in and they're ready, they already have their stuff written out, you just need to deliver it, or they're just very good at freestyling where they can go into the booth and come up with lines like that. So by the time they get on the mic, deliver everything and get off the mic and back into the control room, I've already set all this stuff up. Our jobs is very technical. Like when you think about an engineer and what they do, like, all right, cool, we gotta do this and the gear and all that stuff. That stuff is very important. But what most people miss is that music in itself, the end result is a vibe. Yes, it has to sound sonically great. It has to get to that point through a very efficient method. The hard part is what most people miss, which is the vibe at the end of the session. When we bounce this song out, did we capture the vibe? Is the artist coming with the energy? If the energy isn't there and it could be better, am I guiding them to where they should be? Because there's times when I really don't have to say much and then they get input from other people in the studio. It could be different people who are very important to the process. That's what you cannot recreate. What we're looking at here with this session, like this song, the way it is right now, untouched, is exactly how we hear it on Apple Music, Spotify.
Eating bitches down, I keep them mad.
If you have any specific questions about this session to dive in more on a technical standpoint or to hear more of why I made certain decisions, because there's a lot of things here that we can go through, leave a comment down below. I'm Macro from Mixing with Macro. I'll see you next time. Peace.